Philip and I are more or less from the same generation. He's a little bit older than I am, but we think alike. And when I first met him, he came to see this 12-hour play, the opera. I call it a silent opera. The play went from 7 in the evening to 7 in the morning. And he came backstage and we went and had breakfast in Lower Manhattan. And I asked him how he wrote music, and he wrote some structures of how he structured his work. And I said, wow, it looks very similar to the way I structure a play. So we shared something in common with the choreographer Lucinda Childs, the same thing. With this generation or what, but we share a common sense of time. People said, Einstein on the Beach, the opera made with Philip Glass was avant-garde. It was not avant-garde, actually. It was very classical, traditional. It was in 4 acts with themes A, B, and C, like this. This is 5-hour opera. So it's A and B, C and A, B and C, A, B, C together in the 4th act. That's called theme and variation. There's nothing really new about it. It didn't follow a narrative, but it was a classical form. I had in the 1st act, 1A, I have a train moving across a field. So it's seen from your perspective. But Einstein said if you see a train from above, you see a line. So I had in 1A a train moving across the stage, and then it was interrupted by a vertical line. It comes back for 2A. The theme of the train, so the first time we saw the train was at midday, and now we saw a train at night, so it was a different time, different perspective. And I looked out the window of my apartment, that time it's 67 Vestry Street, and there was a building in the other side of the Hudson and in New York. And that building was the same form or shape that we had last seen the train at night from the back. It had occupied the same kind of vertical space. When the A theme came back in the 4th act, it was a building, but it occupied spatially the same perspective as I'd seen the train from the back going into the distance. I was thinking about the number 3 in Einstein, so he had ABC. I thought about the 3 ways in which painters have measured space traditionally. If I see my hand here, I can say it's a portrait. If I look at it over here, I can say it's a part of a still life. But if I go across the street and look at it, it's a part of a landscape. So you have portraits, still lifes, and landscapes. There's 3 ways of measuring space traditionally by painters. I thought again, skin, meat, and bones. I was constantly referring to the number 3. Music was the numerical counts of the music. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those were the numerical counts of the score, or the solfege of the music. Do, so, do, so, do, so, fa, do, so, do, so, do, so, fa, do, re, mi, do, re, mi, do, re, mi, do, so, do, so, do, so, fa, do, re, mi, do, re, mi. They were singing the solfege of the score. You can't try to make sense out of it, It has to be, it's like Gertrude Stein, if he hears a rose is a rose is a rose, it's not. But if you try to make sense out of it, it doesn't work. I think about a work abstractly. I think abstractly. So even if I'm directing Hamlet or whatever, I first conceive it more mathematically and some sort of formula that I can quickly see or grasp. And math, we can code our thoughts more readily.